Ladies and gentlemen, Boni Khalwale today lectured Rigathi Gachagua like a child.
Yes. Kwanza huyo deputy president ameingia na kasumba kwa kichwa yake. And because he's a deputy president, yeye ndiye anapanga Ruto sijui Malala sijui Kawaya kule nini sijui Omar Hassan Mombasa atinende ni kusukume Luhya land na wewe Ukambani ndio ufuruke senior politicians kwa hiyo area ndio 2032 ikifika hawa senior wasinisuie mimi deputy president. Listen to me, whether you like it or not, in 2032 wakati uliona Uhuru akatoka na Ruto akaingia, safari Ruto anatoka na Luhya anafanya nini? It has to be clear. Nobody at the national level or at the county level is going to play cheap politics on us. Because in masomo international kumera deputy president. Nikali ni uzoefu wa siasa. Yenze niko na experience in politics 4 times more than the deputy president. He must respect our community. We are not a small community. We are a community of 7 million people.
I have actually replayed that clip more than 5 times. And from my perspective or my understanding, there is sharp divisions within Kenya Kwanza. And if William Ruto will not be able to contain it, then it's just a matter of time before it explodes. Boni Khalwale is trying to say something that is very important politically speaking. Boni Khalwale is alleging that Rigathi Gachagua is sponsoring some junior politicians to fight some senior politicians in other regions. In Western Kenya, Boni Khalwale is alleging that Rigathi Gachagua is sponsoring Cleophas Malala to fight senior leaders. That is Boni Khalwale himself, because remember, Boni Khalwale was one of the founding members of UDA party. Didmus Baraza is already complaining, and indeed, based on what Boni Khalwale is saying, is also dragging the name of Musalia Mudavadi and Moses Maseta Wetangula. And in Ukambani, Boni Khalwale is also alleging that the same Rigathi Gachagua is using someone like Kawaya to fight senior leaders from that region. Basically, Boni Khalwale is alleging that in Ukambani, Kawaya is being used to fight senior leaders like, I want to assume the former senator for Machakos, Johnston Mudama, who was a founder member of UDA party. In the coastal region, he's also alleging that Rigathi Gachagua is using Hassan Omar, I don't know to fight who in coastal region, maybe Aisha Jumwa, I'm not so sure. So in this video, I want us to do a critical analysis about that Boni Khalwale lecture on Rigathi Gachagua. But before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, allow me to dive in. Why do you think Boni Khalwale lectured Rigathi Gachagua like that? Because Rigathi Gachagua is not your ordinary person. This is the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. Again, is the Deputy Party Leader of UDA Party. Boni Khalwale is just an ordinary member of UDA Party. And of course, Boni Khalwale is also the majority whip in the at the Senate. Why would he attack Rigathi Gachagua publicly the way he did? In my view, Boni Khalwale did that because of 5 reasons. Number 1, there is serious division in Kenya Kwanza. And as we speak, that division is being managed. But the truth of the matter is that there are 2 camps in Kenya Kwanza. One camp is led by Rigathi Gachagua. The other camp is led by William Ruto. And of course, those who support Ruto are the original UDA founding members. That's why the other day you saw Rigathi Gachagua in Mount Kenya convening a meeting of Mount Kenya leaders. But people like Nditi Nyoro, people like Kimani Ichung'wah never attended those events. The truth is, camps have already emerged in Kenya Kwanza. How William Ruto is going to navigate is something I don't know. So that's number one. Number two, I tend to think that there is also some Cold War in Kenya Kwanza, pitting the Luhya nation and pitting the Kikuyu nation. According to what I'm trying to figure out, Rigathi Gachagua believes that he's going to succeed William Ruto in 2032. That's why even today in Makwiny, where they were where they were planting the tree, he was very clear that William Ruto is going to take over from, is going to rule from 2022 to 2032. Then from there, he said he was going to go back to them. But the Luhya nation are also claiming that seat in 2032. And that's why people like Boni Khalwale are very mad, because their politics are actually tied to that. If you've been following politics, the truth is there is some kind of fighting in Luhya nation, probably pitting the veteran politicians supporting Musalia Mudavadi and Wetangula, and of course now the alleged Rigathi Gachagua's camp. And that's why the other day, even Didmas Baraza took on Malala over the same issue.
I want to tell him that his political miscalculations in Kakamega at that time cannot work this time around in Bungoma. Bungoma is a proud county. The people of Bungoma are very unforgiving to individuals who show them madarau. They are very unforgiving to people who want to bulldoze them. That is the original land of Baheba. He can consult his elders who can define for him the meaning of the word Baheba. That is basically what we are saying. I want to make a summary. My summary is this. I call upon the National Executive Council of UDA to dismiss one Cleophas Wahungu Malala, who is the acting Secretary General of UDA, because Malala has been hired by ODM, Malala has been hired by Raila Odinga and his cabals to wreck our coalition from within. He has continued to disrespect Moses Masika Wetangula. He has continued to disrespect Prime Cabinet Secretary Wycliffe Musalia Mudavadi. He has yesterday convened a meeting in Bungoma and they incited the people of Bungoma against Wetangula. He held a meeting in Vihiga and he incited the people of Vihiga against Musalia Mudavadi. He held a meeting in Mount Elgon a few days ago and continued with his instructions from ODM to incite the people of Western Kenya against their leaders.
Number three, from Boni Khalwale's statement, if you paid very close attention, it is clear that William Ruto entered into some pact with the Luhya nation. And that's why Musalia Mudavadi is hopeful that he's going to succeed William Ruto in 2027. But Boni Khalwale is reading something based on the way Cleophas Malala is operating. Because most people have always believed that Cleophas Malala is actually one of Musalia Mudavadi's key allies. I'm actually shocked that Boni Khalwale is now linking him to Rigathi Gachagua. So let us wait and see how this is going to evolve. But my understanding is that there must have been some secret pact between the Luhya nation and William Ruto. Remember, this is not the first time Boni Khalwale is making this kind of allegation. The other day, Boni Khalwale stood publicly and challenged Ruto to deny that he promised to hand over the presidency to the Luhya nation. Of course, William Ruto has not responded. Of course, he can't respond. But there's no way Boni Khalwale could just wake up one day to make such kind of allegation. So I tend to think that there is that pact which these guys entered, and they believe that Rigathi Gachagua might actually interfere with it. Number four, Rigathi Gachagua is not just a politician. Rigathi Gachagua is scheming. Because William Ruto tried so early enough to frustrate Rigathi Gachagua. But Rigathi Gachagua realized these schemes. Akajipanga. And William Ruto called for UDA party elections. Why do you think that party elections was called? Party elections are normally used to clean up the party. And that's why I'm not so sure whether UDA party elections will actually happen on the 9th as they planned. Because Rigathi Gachagua has sponsored candidates. And he wants the candidates to win. And this is what is worrying Boni Khalwale, because if Rigathi Gachagua's candidates were to win, then it means Rigathi Gachagua will have a say in that party moving forward. And that will pose a serious challenge for Musalia Mudavadi or Wetangula, because according to Boni Khalwale, the presidency must go to the Luhya nation. Sijui kama tumelewana mpaka hapo. But number 5, which is also very, very important in my view, I'm seeing William Ruto's hands in this. I'm getting convinced that William Ruto is behind the moves to expose these schemes by Rigathi Gachagua. I doubt, and you can't convince me, that Boni Khalwale, at his age, at his experience, can just go to an event, whether it was a funeral, whether it was bullfighting or whatever, to attack the deputy president. I'm convinced 100% that William Ruto's hand is actually in Boni Khalwale's statement, so that it can be a strong statement or a strong message to Rigathi Gachagua. And lastly, rebellion is actually emerging in Kenya Kwanza. That is the fact. And this rebellion is about the merger that William Ruto proposed. People like Boni Khalwale, people like Didmus Barasa have realized that politics is local. And Boni Khalwale might have realized that it would be very difficult to win on UDA ticket. Remember, Malala is pushing for the merger. Didmus Barasa wants to run on Ford Kenya. Boni Khalwale will definitely run on ANC party. So they're staging rebellion against UDA party in Luhya nation. But of course, I can also say that probably the ground is turning hostile for Kenya Kwanza, and that's why people like Boni Khalwale are talking. Let me hear your thoughts on this matter. Bye-bye.